announced to start with that Claire's the only one without the proper name.
Well, I know.
Actually, she does have the proper
Are
name.
you Claire and Elizabeth?
I do.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm Elizabeth is my middle name.
So this week it's Lizzie's What Pod.
Lizzie's What Pod, yes. It's Lizzie's What Pod. So it's episode 37 of the pod. Can you believe it? We can go to 37 episodes. Right.
That's one they like, so apparently.
Add to the list. Who?
So, and I'm only going to wear the hat for the start because I feel a pillock at the best of times.
It keeps the sun off.
It's a wonderful hat. It's a wonderful hat. Right. Welcome everybody to episode 37, Liz.
37.
Lizzie. Because today's episode is, we've just decided, the Lizzies What Pod, because my middle name's Elizabeth. There you go. So today is a very special pod because look, it's the sisterhood.
The monstrous regiment.
Yeah, the monstrous regiment of women are really taking over. And first off, Lizzie got me this fabulous hat. I love this hat. This hat is
a present from Edgbaston.
It is a present from Edgbaston, and it will be worn tomorrow because I think the weather forecast is full sunshine.
Yeah.
So Ian Winton, you want to know what the new hat looks like? Here it is.
Oh, he'll be made up, getting mentioned on the pod.
I know. Ian, Scottish correspondent.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so ladies, do you want to introduce yourselves? Yes, because you're two very special people in the club who do an awful lot around the club.
You are! Apparently. We'll go first?
I can do. I'm Liz Tyler and I'm the team communications lead. So I do all the kind of media stuff with the team and the coaches.
Yeah.
And I am Lizzie, Goodchild, and I am the first team manager. So it means I sort all the logistics and operational movement of the players and also just make sure they're generally where they need to be at the right.
So you are basically chief cat herder, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Folk planter.
Yeah.
And other, yes.
So we quite often come as a double act for trying to herd the.
Yeah. Match days you will not find us too far away. Pre or post game.
You're a double act.
Yeah. So people generally ask for one and me the other and. I go, oh, you were doing. I was like, no, you need to do it. That's not my problem.
So, and because the reason we wanted to talk to these lovely ladies, apart from they're lovely, is the fact that I think that the supporters just think the magic just happens. That, you know, a squad of 60 can just all turn up at the right time.
In the right clothing.
In the right clothing. And that they all know when they're supposed to turn up and talk to the media. Radio,
yes.
TV, written press. Yeah. And it just magically happens, and of course it doesn't. It only happens because you ladies are brilliant at herding them in the right direction.
We try. There are ones that get away.
Yeah, some are
Yes.
better than others.
Yes, and more of that shortly. So I've got the first question I'm going to ask you. We are going to ask, I'll prime you first. We are going to ask, where did you come from? How did you get here today? And as Liz says, it's not, did you come by car or bus? It's your career today. But I need to ask Lizzie.
Yes.
Where do you keep your medals?
They are in the bottom drawer in a spare room.
In the bottom drawer in the spare room. Because I actually think probably you're one of the most successful team managers in the Premiership. Do you want to explain why I'm saying that?
I can do, yeah. I wasn't team manager for the other. I was part for one of them, so I was a joint team manager for one of them. Wasn't a team manager for the other one. So I joined April 22.
Yeah.
Joined Saints April 22, having left Harlequins, having won both the Women's Alliance Premier 15s and the Men's Gallagher Premiership with Harlequins in 21-22.
That's not bad going, is it? And then you come here and you think, well, I'll do it again.
It's easy. It's easy, this.
The Loughborough girls must have high hopes. You know, stand there or, yes.
Hoping to sort of rub off.
Rub off. So yeah, that's, wow.
So still one more to come. We haven't got a medal for last year yet.
No.
You haven't got it?
Yet, not yet.
Oh.
So I've got an AP 15 medal, a Gallagher Premiership, and then just waiting for the...
Oh, when are they likely to arrive?
We don't know. We're waiting for them because I keep getting messages from Ethan Waller going, any news on my medal?
Beef. So predictable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Patience, beef. Patience.
Wow. And who gets a medal? Oh, and this is one of those contentious, don't ask that
No.
question, Jones.
This is a.
Oh, is there a proper list?
There is everyone that is part of this club is part of that win.
Wow.
Is what I submitted a list of everyone that the playing group interact with on a day-to-day basis. Went, these are the people we want to have a medal.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure the same was said.
I
of
would
the
assume so.
convention.
In 2019, when we won the Premiership Rugby Cup, everyone got a medal.
Wow.
Commercial staff.
So where do you keep
staff.
your medal then?
Mine's in my drawer in the office.
I never made it home.
No,
wow.
no, it's still in there, and then every now and again the final will come up, and I'll be like, oh, do I remember where?
Kids at school.
Yeah.
Taking the medals.
Currently, only the 23 players that played in the final have a medal. We've got another few sat hidden away, but we'll wait to give everyone a medal when we've got all the other medals.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's impressive.
Excellent. Very, very impressive.
That makes me feel all rosy and warm inside.
Even Ed Prowse for that dancing. Just think.
Well,
of it.
to be fair, that dancing alone should disqualify you.
Yeah.
So your journey here is via Harlequins, but how did you get into team management before Harlequins?
So, well, it was Harlequins where I got into team management. So I used to work at Surrey Sports Park in Guildford, which is where Harlequins train. So I dealt with their team manager and their head of S&C, booking all the facilities that they then trained in and made sure they were all set up and good. And then went to work for the University of Surrey, didn't like it, academia was boring compared to sport. And then their academy administrator went on maternity leave, applied for that role. And their academy is slightly differently set up to ours in terms of they have an academy administrator who also is team manager of their under-14s as well, because they stopped doing under-14s now, but all the way up to their under-18s.
Oh, wow.
So I would be team manager for the under-18s
gosh.
team in the academy league.
Lots of
So there's quite a lot of that Quinn's first team now that I had at under-18 level,
Yes.
which is quite nice to see some of them make their England debuts and bits and pieces. Like Finn Baxter, who made his England debut in New Zealand, was one of my little babies.
Oh.
Yeah. And then when she came back from maternity leave, I moved into a medical role, so doing medical administration. She then went off again, and I did academy administration during COVID, but I was just basically doing anything and everything the club needed, medical at academy. And then helped out when the Quinn's team manager left over a period. She got chucked in the deep end going, we're going to Cast in 2 months' time, nothing's been sorted.
Not the easiest
Cast
of
is
locations.
not the easiest place to
No.
get to at the beginning of December.
No.
Now we've been there all sorts of times.
Yes.
Yeah.
He came.
They ended up having to charter a flight to Toulouse and a lot of fun. And then also did some cover when the new team manager had to have some medical leave. And then as she was coming back, the job came up here. And dear Morris was departing.
Wow. He hasn't really gone though, has he?
No,
So he
he's
keeps coming back.
he's
like
disappearing
He will forever keep appearing actually.
Yes, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to be. It was just muddling my way through Harlequins doing different bits and pieces, and then
we won. So we got you.
and then I ended up here. So yeah, it's a move from kind of Guildford, Sandhurst area to Northampton.
There you go. Now yours
A bit different.
is a bit different, isn't it?
A little bit. So I went to Loughborough University. So did everyone, yeah. But there I studied English and I got involved in the magazine that the Students' Union run. Because for my sins, my family are rather large Leicester Tigers supporters.
Sorry. She bears it well.
Yeah.
Yes, and at least one of you has seen the light. So.
Yeah, it's fine now.
We tried to dress them up when they come.
I was going to say they were both at the final in Saints hats, so.
Oh, very good.
But yeah, so because of my dad, basically, I understood rugby, so I got sent by the magazine to cover the rugby team, and the media person at the rugby team was graduating, so the rugby team came to me and said, "You come to our games a lot. Do you want to do this for us next year?" So I started doing, in my final year of uni, I sort of followed the team everywhere on a Wednesday, on a Saturday, doing all of their games. I don't really know how I did that alongside my degree, but never mind. I sort of was like, wow, I'd quite like to do this one day if I can. So before I graduated, I essentially wrote to every Premiership club, every Championship club, and said, please do you have a job? I'd really like a job. And Exeter and Saints wrote back and said, we might do contact us nearer the time you graduate. This was sort of Christmassy time.
Yeah.
So gets to March, April, I write back, do you still have that job going?
Gooey.
And initially didn't hear back from either of them. So I'd gone out and found another job. It was actually sort of a legacy programme that they ran after the 2012 Olympics that I was going to go and get involved in. In Loughborough, so I was kind of like, oh, I know the area and everything. So I was supposed to start that on the Monday. The Thursday before, I get a phone call from the then head of comms, Chris Weymouth, saying, do you want to come in for an interview? And I said, well, it's probably going to have to be tomorrow because I start a new job on Monday. So yes, but can you do tomorrow? He said, yeah, come in. So I had the interview. He said at the end of it, when do you want to start? And I said, Monday. And he said, yeah, cool. So I had to ring up the other job and say, oh, really sorry, I'm not coming. And yeah, basically started off as an intern, slowly but surely worked my way into this role over the course of 8 years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we've had some fun along the way.
we have, yeah.
Yes.
Some very different rugby results over that course of that period of time, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, things have changed.
Yeah.
And
Yes, goodness me, that's...
oh yes, those
Yeah.
8 years have been the ultimate roller coaster.
Yeah, so I think it
Yes.
was 16-17 was my first season.
Yeah, not a great one.
Not a great one, it was
No.
a bit better than the year after.
Yeah, it was Jack's start, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, he had a real baptism of fire,
I
yeah.
blame Jack for most things.
Yeah. Sorry, Jack.
Jack did it for everybody.
Sorry, Jack.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I'm just putting things into context. Yes, 16, 17.
16, 17 it was...
going off the boil, and
Yeah, it was
17,
Louis
18.
Pickermore season was 16-17, so that was like, well, that's quite cool.
When we beat Staff on Say in the very last.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an awesome night.
That was
I don't know.
A lot of pink.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
always
think that
good.
was one of the best atmospheres I've been involved in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing night.
Yeah, very cool. George.
And everybody's
Sorry,
going
your name isn't Liz. You
Oh, sorry, am I live and direct?
You
You are, yes.
Sorry.
And
I'll
we're
be-
being measured up.
I'll be 15 seconds.
See, it all happens on the book. Oh, I say, we're being measured up on the TV, folks.
I would offer to help, but I don't think it'd be any use whatsoever.
75.
Oh,
There you go then.
So
Sorry.
you know the number is short.
Sorry, should I take the lock on?
Well, last week it was you wandering up nearly, wasn't it?
It was, yes, I
Yeah.
almost interrupted the
Yes.
podcast. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm Christy.
Oh, really?
Yes, as well. And then we had
The
some,
worst thing was, I knew you were in there. And I still came
and then we started having, it sounded like flight announcements.
Yes.
Were you testing it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can say everybody it works because I was stood at training the following day, and Conquest of Paradise, you could hear it in the
Love.
furthest corner
Well,
of pitch
we
2.
just had high-pitched buzzing
Yeah.
for most of the
Oh.
afternoon.
The day we were doing all of their headshots, it just started in captains about, what, 11, 12 o'clock?
Yeah,
and just
and
didn't
carried
stop
on.
for hours.
Oh, painful.
Yeah.
Painful.
But it worked, so it was worth it.
So where were we? So
Back at Liz's career. So, and then, of course, that's when we met, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you had to put up with the woman in the red hat.
Yes, so I sort of started as an intern, picked up all the accreditation, admin type bits and bobs, and then when Mark Darwin first came in, his first days I think, I had a meeting with him and he said, do you want to be full time? And I said, yes please. Yeah, and so still kicking around, still here. But yeah, a bit different. First year in this role last season, so
Yes, because
There's
I'm going to say there's two of you now. Bobby Bridge handles all
So
the
yeah, so
commercials,
Bobby does
right?
all the corporate kind of
Yeah.
off-pitch things. He does a lot of the Loughborough Lightning content as well.
Yeah.
So he covers a lot of their communication stuff. But yeah, if it's Saints, it's usually me.
So you quite often seen at the end of the game trying to drag
Someone, yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Trying to grab hold of a sweaty shirt.
Yeah, you've got to go.
To be honest,
around
it's usually Daz that I have to persuade the most to do it because he's never usually keen.
He's chief cat.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's the one that reminds all the boys they've got to do this stuff. And
And then it's very
elusive.
Don't do as I do, do as I say.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So I have to say, Liz is the easiest person to work for because my question usually is usual old nonsense.
And
you
I
just
usually
nod.
say, yes please.
And the only time we really have a conversation about what you want me to take is when players are.
Milestones, debuts, funky little things we've got going on.
So
Sometimes I
tomorrow,
go to
James
interviews.
Ram running out. I'll be.
Skipper, yeah.
Yeah, skipper.
First ever captain of any time he's captained any side he's played.
Oh, I'm going to melt now.
Oh, he's going to be so excited.
Yeah, he is excited.
We did wonder whether we had to put a sign in the on the way out of the changing room saying this way,
Yeah.
James, just to make sure he
Turn
goes the
right.
right way.
I was supposed to have a conversation with him, just checking you know what is involved, like logistically, like you've got to meet the referee, you've got to do all this stuff, and he didn't come find me, so we'll just do that tomorrow when he arrives and be like, this is what you've got to do. But it's relatively easy. It's more. Luds was always quite easy because he was in the changing room. Quartz was normally in the changing room. Furbs likes to be on the far side of the pitch at that point. So there's me shouting at George Furbank from the other side of the pitch, going, "Come on, yes, tapping."
Yes.
I've got a lot more of that to look forward to.
Yeah, you have. Yes, actually, you've had the most impact, Lizzie, on what I wear at a game.
Have I?
Yes. So apart from
Red tat.
yes, I wore my red coat to training once.
Yes.
And you went, I like that red coat. I can see.
Because I can always spot you.
Yes. Could you wear it? Now it worked for every game except for the one at Towcester Park.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Everybody
red.
was
Yes. Yeah, you would have. Yeah.
But
Yes.
you also needed about 75 waterproof layers at Towcester Park.
Yeah.
Yes, I was sat in the puddle. Yes.
Yeah, you and Sarah.
Yes, Sarah Elgin. Well, you
Sarah
kindly offered Sarah your hat, which I thought was very generous. And Sarah didn't take it
I
out.
mean, I was going to be wet regardless, so
I think
Yes,
I went
so
outside
nice
for
on
about,
TV.
I think I went outside for about 10 minutes at the
Yeah,
end
you
of the
you
game and I
shuffled back.
was instantly soaking, so I was like, quick, get back inside.
I've
So
got a picture that you took of me and Finn Smith at the end of that game, and it's just
Oh, you're just
coat
wet.
is
Yes, you're dripping.
drenched.
Yeah, absolutely drenched.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like where the TV had set up to do their post-match interviews was sort of right directly at the end of the tunnel. So I was stood behind the camera while Courtney was doing his man of the match interview. And all the lads are just coming in and every single one of them is just jumping on me and they're all going, "You're not wet enough." Just jumping.
That's
I'm like,
Oh,
That's
bless
I'm
you.
impressed with that.
So that was the strangest game for you and me, wasn't it? One of the strangest.
It's very strange.
Yes, because 20 minutes in, I get a phone call.
Mm. Yes.
So I'm sat at one end as usual.
Yeah, so
I wasn't going to mention this, but we might as well go there now.
in EPCR games, you have a representative from EPCR is at every game, making sure that everything is happening as it should be.
Yes.
You do get Premiership Rugby reps at games sometimes, but it's rarer than in an EPCR. There is always a person with a little checklist, making sure everything's being done as it should be.
I bet you have a clipboard.
They do,
don't
yeah.
you?
This was a man with a clipboard.
Oh. And high-vis.
But he was
No
also
high-vis, no.
shadowed
Yeah.
by our dear Morris Hartford.
Yeah.
He was being
By Morris.
shadowed by Morris.
Did he want to be shadowed? Was it something Morris was supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, had he just designated
Morris was
himself?
learning how to do that kind of thing. No, so the representative had rung the version of me at Munster, who happened to be sat right next to me, and said, "There's a photographer who sat in the wrong place. Do you know who it is?" And obviously we were miles up in the
Well, you were
stands
up in
at
the
Taylor
clouds,
Park.
yeah.
We're over halfway up in the stands. So he's like, I can see him looking, out the corner of my eye, and obviously I'm trying to watch the game. He hadn't spoken to me at this point. I'm trying to watch the game, but I could see him looking for something. He tapped me on the shoulder and he said, "Do you know who that is?" And I just looked down and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's Claire." Apparently she sat in the wrong place, and I was like, no, that's where the EPCR rep had told her to sit.
Yeah.
Because we'd asked the question before the game, and they said, that's
Because
absolutely fine.
They are very picky, aren't they?
So
Yes, very precise what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I sat in these.
So Claire sat exactly
They
where
told
she
me
was
to-
supposed to be, so then she said, they needed to move over, what was it, a couple of feet? One way or the other, I can't remember.
Basically, I had to reveal the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium advert.
Yeah.
So it involved
So they said, I think
in the pouring rain, while the game's going on, moving the fishing stool.
I think they said if you sat like in the break of the adverts, it would be
Yes.
okay. So that's where we positioned Claire. It was all fine, game carries on. But about 10 minutes later, tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
She's still not sat in the right place. Bearing in mind, I'm trying to do my job, Claire's trying to do hers. I'm like, oh, it's not really the time, but okay. So then eventually we managed to get you in the right space.
Which was behind the TV camera.
Yes, so yeah, it was all fun and games.
So in the second half, we
Yes.
worked out that if I sat where there wasn't any advertising at all,
Exactly, yeah.
at the far end, with the bloke with the box of tissues, which we talked about before, trying to clean his lens, on the TV camera. I wasn't blocking anything, and as it turned out, I was on the right side of the ground, and I got a perfect angle for Sammy Graham coming out of that wall to score.
Oh, I've just had goosebumps.
Mm.
That was awesome.
Yes,
Well,
but that was one of the weirdest.
It was weird, and it got weirder for me anyway because I
I want to know about this.
I
bit.
was flying solo that day, so it was just me doing all of the sort of stuff with the team. So just after Sam scored and Finn had kicked the conversion, I had to go down to be in the tunnel. Well, at Towcester Park, that involves being inside the stand,
Right, yes.
coming down the stairs behind all the hospitality
Yes.
suites, essentially. So I'm running down the stairs going, please don't score, please don't score, please don't score, please don't score, the whole way down. There's no screens, there's no tannoy, there's no nothing. And it's probably about 4 or 5 floors up.
Oh, it's a long way
Please
up.
no, please no, please no, please no, please no, please no. And I came running into the tunnel and the whistle had just blown, I could hear it. And Kev goes, there's a penalty, Liz. And I was like, no, oh my God, no. And I ran over to there was this little tiny monitor that Kev was looking at that TNT had set up. And I ran over and I went, a penalty? For what? For who? And he was like, for us. And I was like, what? Oh, we're going to win. And I had this like desperate run down. I was like, oh, thank God. When I had a similar thing at the final as well. Yeah, so me and Jack, the communications director, didn't actually see Alex Mitchell score. We were outside of the stadium.
What?
So similarly.
Confession
Yeah. So similarly at Twickenham, you have to come out of the stadium to come back in.
Yeah.
So you come out of the back of where the seats are into the kind of concourse that runs all the way
Yes.
around. Down the stairs at the back, I've got the fan radio on with the ref on, and Jack was listening to the fan radio with the commentary, the TV commentary. So we're running downstairs, and I just hear this whistle, and the stadium goes crazy. And I turn to Jack and go, oh my God, what's just happened? Because he's listening to because the referee doesn't go, oh, Saints have scored a try, does he? He just blows the whistle and they carry on.
I think he was a bit confused himself, to be honest.
Well, so I'm just hearing all this cheering, and Jack's going, it's gone dead. I can't hear anything. So we're running down the back of the stairs.
It's bad enough watching it.
So we're running down the back of the stairs. I know.
Yeah.
We come into the back of the tunnel, and Jack's going, wait, it's just come back. Hold on. And we've just stopped in the back of the tunnel. And he goes, it was us! So we had this weird little celebratory moment in the back of the tunnel before we then ran out to actually watch the end of the game, which was, yeah. So that
And
was
the
quite
end of the
bizarre.
game was torture.
Oh, it
The
was.
most horrific.
Because I was allowed to move from my
You
aim.
can join us.
Yeah, I came and joined. And at one point I was stood on the tunnel side because I thought, well, that's the place to stand, it's out of the way. And then Tony from the talk room to me, no, okay, you can't stand there. It's like, what? It's lightning.
England rugby are quite tight on their tunnel.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So I had to go and stand on the other side, next to Kira, I think. And then, and of course I could see the players all came off the bench And we're then now just sitting in amongst.
We had them off the bench, and then you had the non-playing players that had come down from the
they
stand.
and sat behind. So I was taking photographs
of the non-playing players as well.
Yeah, so I was taking photographs of the scene, and then I realised, and then Tony went, sit on the end of the bench, and I'm thinking, I'm not allowed in the tunnel, but I'm allowed to sit on the bench. What's going on there? Which is why the shot of them all leaping in the air, I just sat on the bench.
Great shot.
And I don't think I've ever seen a shot from that position.
No, but that must have been the most horrific, because at that point we weren't sure whether they were going to call it back for.
That's right. That's right. Everybody's going. What's happened?
And then all the boys around were screaming, and I think it was Craig Maxwell Keys and someone else next to me, and they were like, I was like, oh, they're not looking at it. Okay, carry on.
Yes, the relief all round. Yes,
Yeah.
that was a very strange end to the game.
It was the most horrific 80 minutes I think I've been involved in.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
A very strange game.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a shocker because Fremo's try, you might notice there isn't a single photograph of it for me. Because I ended up with 100 watercolours. Suddenly my camera thought, I'm going to go into a 20th of a second. A rugby player running at a 20th of a second is just a blur. Why it did it? I have no idea, and it's never done it since. So very old, very old. So yeah, that's why there are no photos of Fremo's try. But fortunately, Mitch's try behaved itself impeccably. So we got the. So, what's the weirdest request you've ever had from a player that you can actually obviously want to talk about?
Share.
I mean, there's general stuff of like, can I park here? Because I don't want to walk from the back car. That I've just had that conversation in lunch
Oh,
today.
they're in car park D normally.
Yeah, those that aren't playing are in car park D, which obviously this week is quite a lot of the senior international boys. Who are very used to parking in the VIP car park.
We'll wave at you when you go past the under 13 tournament, guys.
So that's sort of like roommates and bits and pieces of, can I do this? I'm trying to think of weird
How do you,
ones.
when they go on a away game and have to stay over, do you allocate the roomies or do they do it themselves?
So they have, quite a lot of them have their friends that they, like, you can't split out Finn and Freemo unless one of them's not playing. Ferbs normally goes with Hutch, you've got Colsey and Dingers that go together, you've got a few boys that have grown up together, travelled together, they know each other's routine and they're quite happy. Like Trevor and Robbie, you don't split up if they're both playing. And
Well, no. Big Trev and wee Trev.
No, Scottish Trevor will be bereft.
Matt Man and half season at the gym and he goes, are they just a duo that go around everywhere together? Yeah. If you find one, you'll find the other one not too far away. But there are people that obviously chop and change and just kind of go, right, have you got anyone you'd like to go? Or I kind of put together based on who I think they might like to go with. And then...
Have you ever got it really wrong? Have you ever been
Not really wrong.
Excellent. You're good.
There was a couple of people where people looked at me and went, are you sure those two can survive together? I was like, they've got to be in a room for about 8 hours asleep. They'll be alright. But I do normally run it past the eyes of a captain just to go, are you happy? So like, especially early doors when I was getting to know the players, I would just kind of send it to Luds or someone and go, are you happy with this? Or show it to Ferbs and go, and he would sometimes just go, just switch those two round, like they're better mates than they are. And
Wow.
but yeah, there was ones like, you really sure they'd go together? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And they survived, they were quite happy together.
Well, it works, clearly, given what happened last season.
They're generally a pretty good bunch.
Yeah, they are.
The normal things is kind of, oh, can I have this many tickets? I'm like, there's not that many tickets left in the stadium. So we get an allocated number for the staff and players, and obviously I go, ask what you want for, we'll try and make it work. And then you get your big games that sell out, and they're still going, can I have 10 people? No. No,
Not
you
unless you
can't.
stake them to the roof.
And then you get the puppy dog eyes and bits and pieces, which is, it's getting easier to say no to. You just look at them and go, no.
You're getting a hard edge.
I am,
Yes.
yeah.
As you should have planned this before.
Yeah, so now I had a chat with ticketing team and go, before those big games go on sale, let's try and work a way that we know the players can make sure they've got their family.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say,
Which is
knowing some of the families, They're sort of like, well,
Some of those
I've
families
had WhatsApp
travel.
messages from parents going,
yes.
has anybody got a couple
Yes,
of
I
tickets
remember being on that chain.
because somebody has forgotten to ask for them.
Yeah.
We think.
And that's quite like I've had a couple of those. Like you get the ones that you go, I forgot to ask for tickets. I'm like, and are there any spare? But maybe. Like, because it's quite often the same players that go, I forgot to ask for tickets. I was like, yeah, you did.
I think we know the player.
Yeah, we know one of them.
Yeah, there's a few of them. But there's also some very, very lovely parents who will travel the world with us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, most places you'll find the Litchfields, the Locketts, the Hennedys,
Smiths.
the Smiths, the Furbanks,
It's an incredible parent group with this group, I think.
Yes, I think we were saying that we know more of the parents.
Yeah.
And see more of the parents of games in this group than any. I mean, I'm going to look at Liz here. We didn't used to see this many parents, did we? The occasional game.
Yeah.
But this lot go, and you're amazing for it because they are regular listeners to the pod. Travelling everywhere. It's just extraordinary. Yeah.
I did enjoy. Was it Munster that George Henry's parents came to and he wasn't playing? Was it Munster?
Yeah, it was the Locketts and Hennedys. The Locketts and Hennedys, and they did. We like the fact they asked permission. We're like, no.
Yeah, because it was then again the same group at Leinster. Because Henry was obviously playing. Lockett was a travelling reserve. But they were also sat next to Geordie, Jake, that lot that travelled over themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So you had the boys screaming as soon as one of them walked out the tunnel, and then you had all those as well.
It's
But
brilliant.
then I got like a little message from like Henry's mum, found me, gave me a hug, went, can you pass it on to George, please? Just want to wish, like, say that and just.
We had quite a good session in the hotel.
I seem to remember it. Yeah, well, I was in a different hotel, but I was getting. You were sending me messages about.
There were quite a few people who were in a different. Oh yes, but you were opposite the ground, so we just sat in the hotel bar all evening, and various
Getting more and more
parents.
slurred with your WhatsApp
Yeah,
messages.
it was absolutely.
Yes, the letters were almost in the right order, but not quite. Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
So, what's the weirdest request you've had from a journalist?
They're probably weirder than the ones from
Yeah,
the boys.
they probably are. We quite often get odd kind of. We'll tell them about something that happens, like when we do the Blackiston. Obviously, quite a lot of them are interested in that, and they'll sort of say, "Oh, can we come?" And it's like, "No, not really." No, not really. What did the strangest request from a journalist? I did have one proposed marriage once because I returned his dictaphone to him.
Wow!
I wondered what you were going to say then.
I just imagine a cold sweat there. On earth is this going?
Dictaphone.
There's an old joke. Let's feel to know that one. Put comments, man.
No, they don't branch out very much these days. There's the odd, I've had a lot of cricket requests this year for obvious reasons because of a
Certain
certain ginger.
Yes. Yeah, he's 200.
I've never had any player so keen to do media as when I asked George Henry to do cricket interviews.
Really?
Yeah.
Blimey. Wow.
I instantly tick and an instant yes.
Clearly setting himself up for something
Yeah.
else.
Yes.
Keener for the cricket than he is for the rugby at the
Yes.
moment. Yeah.
And of course we have a connection with the test match that's going on at the minute
We do.
because we have a brother
We do.
whose brother,
Yeah, so is it Josh Hull?
yes, who's
Made his debut? Well, he's making
his debut. They're batting at the moment, so hopefully he's not actually out there.
His younger brother is in our under 18s and actually came in for a little bit of pre-season training with us before he went to South Africa with England under 18. So yeah, Ollie is in our
It's amazing,
in
isn't
our
it?
academy. He was actually at Lord's last week watching Josh, because Josh was a traveller last week. So I'm sure Ollie and the family are all up at
Isn't that good?
the Oval this week.
Yeah, successful brothers. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of them.
Got some more this year.
A few of them.
Yes, one of whom we thought we
were
out
brothers,
this
but-
evening. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
one will be out this evening and the other we'll see tomorrow afternoon. Back in a
Excellent.
same shirt.
So, I'm going to ask each of you the same sort of question, but in your space. So, where's your favourite press bench,
Press bench.
and what's your favourite ground to work at?
Obviously excluding here.
Yeah, you're not allowed to pick
Yeah,
home.
not allowed to pick home.
Home is taken as, given.
Anywhere that keeps me dry. Which is
I'm hoping for Wharfdale.
Yeah, it's probably up there. No. I tell you where it was good, and unfortunately we won't go there again. Brentford facilities were brilliant.
Yeah.
It tends to be honest, it does tend to be the ones that are also football stadiums. So Bristol do have quite good facilities.
Terrible floodlights though.
Terrible floodlights, not great food either. So
No.
it depends what you're ranking it on. If you're ranking it on
the changing room is also quite nice as well.
The changing rooms are really nice. Yeah, if you're ranking it on the facilities or are you ranking it on the experience, that's the question, because there's probably some differences.
Like experience.
Okay. Saracens' new stadium is lovely actually. Now they've done all the renovations.
Oh yes,
I know.
they've done it all.
Probably shouldn't be so nice, but actually it is. Their new press bench is very nice, and they bought us donuts at half time.
Oh,
Last
that's
time we were there, so
Donuts are
yeah.
It reminds me of the old Tigers. It used to be soup before,
sausage rolls
curry,
at half time.
sausage rolls or curry at half time,
Yeah.
and then apple crumble at the end. I'm surprised you could barely move,
No.
and it's all gone, isn't
It
it?
has, yeah.
No food at all.
Or
do you guys get food?
Time? I think we got a voucher for somewhere else.
Voucher.
Yeah.
Because we're in that sort of aircraft hangar place now. aren't
Yeah,
we?
like underground. We did down about 2 flights of stairs to get there. Very strange.
very
Yeah,
odd.
very
Yeah.
strange. Yeah, probably Saracens. I'd say now they've redone their stand. It is very nice.
My favourite top in the Premiership. Sorry, everybody else. Matt Impey, who I shall see.
Matt Impey will now forever be my favourite because he took inadvertently an amazing photo of me at the final. I got in the way of his trophy lift photo.
Oh, Matt, what would you like me to do? Oh,
But he very kindly, the night of when we were back here celebrating, I got a little ping. And
He's a
it's
top
me.
man.
I'm in the side of the photo. It's now my screensaver on everything. So yeah, Matt
It is a
will
great
forever be
photo.
my favourite. I
It's a
think.
great photo.
Yeah. I'll
No,
send
he's
it
a
to
top
you.
man. He's a top man, and he made sure when we played the semi there, he made sure that we got everybody, all the togs in,
Yeah,
and they all
that's
got really
great.
good spots. So no, Matt is a great guy. We'll see him later. How he's going to cope with the slope? I've got no idea.
He's got crampons and
Yes. Top.
The joys.
Yes, he's going to be. So yours.
I'm just trying to think because I am quite often out in the cold and out in the rain.
Sat on your little drinks box.
Sat on my little drinks box, which is because we've got a new drink sponsor this year. Is a new box.
It's a new box.
It's a new box, so me and Kath the doctor can actually get
You
to
can sit together.
Both get told.
So it's the Kath Leicester, Lizzie Goodchild
Yeah,
seat.
box, which I've only been knocked off once.
Oh, go by.
I used to like home. Not his fault. Not his fault at all.
No.
But he was tackled, and there's a great video from the analysts of me sitting there holding a cup of tea, and slides coming into me and my cup of tea, and flying. And everyone around me panicked and was just like, "You okay?" I was like, "Fine, fine."
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
he's
no,
not,
I know
he's not,
exactly
he's not lying.
No,
It was,
no, I know exactly what you said.
I
Because it happened to be at training the other day.
but I kind of saw it coming. I was just like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
You
which
just-
is what you have to be aware of when you're sat where I sit.
I could probably guess where your least favourite place was because you were ill for about 2 weeks afterwards. Glasgow.
Oh, that was a shocker.
Yeah, that was because obviously, like Saracens, they have an athletics track around the edge, and because I had to be pitch side next to the fourth and fifth official, and all that other bits and pieces, I just had nowhere to escape that torrential rain.
Oh, yes.
I
it was.
don't want
Absolutely torrential rain. Similar said at Thomond Park.
Yeah, again, you'd have just been on the deluge. I
As I
mean,
said, the one that is actually sticking in my head as somewhere that I can actually stay dry and has actually quite a good view is actually Welford Road. Because I'm on the side of the pitch and I'm under,
you've got that.
I've got the little hut which is
little
quite
hut.
close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, as much as there are some, I can hide in them.
Yeah.
Quite comfy seats as well.
Yeah, they've got
Because they've got the
Yes, because
raising,
it's all so close to the pitch,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
which for both of us to be saying it's Surreys and Tigers that are our two.
I know, yeah.
Because I have like
something
a
going
lot
for them.
of the places you are just out in the cold. There's only enough seats on the actual bench for the players or for someone like Alice doing all her GPS work and stuff.
Yeah.
And just like I will just take where I'm put and we'll find somewhere.
Because at Bath, of course, they've just literally put some chairs out.
They're literally fold-down chairs that are stuck to the side.
So, yeah.
So which actually was fine when we went down there in May because it was a lovely day.
Lovely day, yeah. But
when it's
and like
wet.
you go, so like Saracens, they've got quite a nice bench, but obviously again I've normally got to be pitch side, but that was again one of the coldest games.
It was so cold.
Yes, I lost contact with the ends of my fingers in there.
Yeah, I think the final whistle went, and I didn't even say anything to anyone. I went back in the changing room to find my Ugg boots because I was that cold. I was like, my feet need warm. And then I came out and found the Saracen team manager and chatted to him and like sorted out. I was just like, I'm so cold.
It was bitter.
It was horrific because
It was utterly bitter.
which I'm really looking forward to this year, having been in Pretoria and then 7 days later being Saracens in December.
oh.
Yeah, so it's 25, 26 degrees in Pretoria and then likely to be -3.
Logistically, though, even getting to Barnet is going to be easier than Pretoria, isn't it?
Possibly. I don't have to do a lot of the travel organisation for South Africa, EPCR.
Oh, they do.
So they book the flights and the hotel before they even know who's going.
Oh,
Because they hold them, so they'll hold flights from Heathrow and probably flights from Charles de Gaulle, and then just go, right, we don't need those anymore, or right, that's now Northampton's flights, that's where they're staying, that's what they're doing, and then we just have people
I
on
suppose
flight.
they kind of have to, really, don't they? I mean, if
otherwise you're going out in your own boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just don't even start. You know, like
In the competition. yes, oh dear.
I'm quite looking forward to my trip to South Africa. Never been.
I'll wave you goodbye.
Yeah,
Go away.
So will I.
Yeah.
You chose not to come.
No, I did. Well, kind of.
Kind of.
It's only Lewis, I think. Lewis Tom. Sorry.
I've
Tell
got
those
those
guys.
on my list. So.
But talking about EPCR and South Africa, the little zebras.
Yeah.
The zebras, yes.
The Investec Zebras.
Are we going to have a zebra zoo?
So, I think Courtney had almost one for every child. He definitely got two or three.
Three, I think. Yeah.
So I think it might have just been one of his children that didn't have one, or the twins had to share one.
Yeah.
Leo the Labrador got two, I think,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah. Tommy's dog.
Tommy's dog got given the
I fear for them.
I mean,
yeah.
I think that's why I needed the second one, because the first one I'm not sure made it.
That was that after they'd been shoved down his shorts as well.
Oh,
They either get shoved down the shorts or they get handed straight back to one of
One of
us.
I think I had Courtney's Man on the Match medal and a zebra from Munster for a good week and a half after. I was like, they just sat on my desk, Courtney. come and grab them. It's generally that, because Finn tried to steal Fremo's quite a few times.
Yeah.
Just win your own zebras.
That's what I told him. I was
Yeah,
like,
don't
have
get
it
your
in a
own
minute.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Curtis's zebra apparently is his own room.
Maybe, does it anyone with Nathan living with him?
Oh, probably not now. He's probably had to bunk up with the zebra.
Nathan and the zebra have been given the box room or something.
The zebra was in the spare room, what did you say?
Yeah, it's probably Nathan's room now.
And do we think that the zebras will make a return this year?
I assume so. Investec is still partners, so we'll find out, I guess.
I think the zebras definitely have to be a feature of the pod going forwards, because I just think it's the most.
I've actually got a little,
Yeah,
bit
so
smaller
tiny
zebra.
one. They said
But I got mine from a test match once, because obviously Investec.
They sent us, so every game, pretty much, you get a box of goodies that you're supposed to give the press. But the first box
We
arrived.
haven't seen anything really.
The box arrived and it was a box full of toy zebras and little fudge bars with no note. No, this is what we're supposed to do with
stress
it.
balls.
Yeah, we
around
did.
the place as well.
So we just dished them out. Everyone in the office has got a zebra, and then I get an email about a week later. These didn't get put out at your game. Where are they? I'm like, ooh.
No one told us they were supposed
No
to
one
get.
told me that's what I was supposed to do with the zebras, so there are a few zebras kicking around still upstairs.
So I think we need a zebra on the pod.
in the commercial offices. I could have brought it down. It's one of my
Yes.
desks. Dazzle the zebra.
Dazzle the zebra. I think
What? They're all dazzle.
Or Dazzle. Dazzle the zebra. Yeah.
Dazzle the zebra.
Interesting name for a zebra.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is it the written press who we're supposed to get?
Yeah.
See, the stop was going to get anything. Yeah. They're out there
I'm
in the
just,
cold,
I'm just
you
now
know, just being
intrigued
wet.
that all these zebras called Dazzle, and that's just going to cause confusion. How will they know who they're talking to?
They'll all turn at once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the zebras have gone home with the respective.
Yeah.
And
There's
then to keep them.
To be
As is the lovely
To be eaten by puppies or
medal box.
Yes.
Yeah.
As well.
The medal box was extraordinary.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
Yes.
And the very large medals last year.
Well, we thought very 70s retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, medallion man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, the boys couldn't care
No.
less about them. They literally put them on for the TV interview and photo, and then they get handed to
I-
me, and then they get passed on to me to go. Can you put that on their seat and change it?
I think Ollie Slightholme usually wins the award for the fastest that moving the
Straight
medal.
off. Straight
I have to actually go, hold on a second, just one photo.
Yeah.
And he's off, he doesn't want to wear it at all. It's funny, isn't it? They're
Yeah,
part of the
isn't
team. It's
Yeah.
lovely, it's lovely to see. But so, ladies, thank you ever so much. If you don't mind staying for a few minutes, we have a few parish items that we've got to go through.
We do have a few parish items to go through, yes.
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 Towcester under 10s. Either of you connected with Towcester under 10s?
Towcester Sports Club, yes.
You play hockey for them?
That is where we play hockey.
Oh! So that's where I used to play.
Yeah.
Along with Ella.
Oh, yeah. I play with Ella.
Ella always says we played hockey together. We never did. We were never in the same team, but it was the same club.
Well, we've
so.
also got a new. So Lucy Malander has appeared at training this
Wow.
week. So there's another Saints connection.
Yeah,
There's moved back
Saints
to there.
connection. Wow.
So yeah, Ella Bevan is there still.
Yeah.
So I play with Ella, and then Lucy Malander up at training last night.
Wow, there we go. Back in the county,
Yeah.
back in the Shire.
So yes, so Toes under 10s and under 7s had their first training session on Sunday, and they thoroughly enjoyed themselves. Harry injured himself a little bit, but he was all right.
You sellotaped his leg back on?
It was nothing to do with me. I have had a video report in from the two correspondents, and they're looking. They've got new boots now. Their boots arrived on Monday, all ready for.
Has the boot man been to our lads?
Yes.
The big man is constantly coming to our house.
I love
The
it.
amount of messages I get going, "You've got a parcel for me," and I'm like, "Don't know. Check reception, check the shop, see what happens." And I've got to the point now where people bring stuff down, I just kind of chuck it at the entrance of the changing room and go, "There's everything that's arrived. Sort yourselves out."
New boots.
But there's a couple of boys is it Mizuno that get just a massive box. They send all the boys in one go. It used to be Sam Matalesi, now it's Sam Graham that gets that box. So I'm just like,
It's usually forwards, isn't it?
It's not forwards,
Plus George Henley.
but we got to the point where the boxes are out and there were two big boxes. So Sam Graham and I got the golf buggy up to the shop. Did I get it? And so I was like, I'm not carrying them. He was like, yeah, no, it's fair.
Very wise.
I was going to say, Harry's now became my small delivery via Every. I think.
I was going to say, right, okay. Is he a Mizuno wearer or is he?
No, I can't think what they were. Umbros, I think. Because I love them dearly, but I'm not spending 30 quid on a pair of football, rugby boots for
Them to grow off.
that they may well grow out of by Christmas if they're
Yeah.
growth spurts.
Excellent.
Yeah, so they think they're going to be able to run faster with these boots because they're very flash
Because
boots.
then well, and the colour's very important. I seem to remember the Adidas colour was white and lime green.
Yeah, it's baby blue this year.
I've noticed that. And Tom Lockett said he's very pleased with them because you've got to be careful what colour boots you put with the new green.
You have, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can't just have
We
any
went
branded.
through a season last season when the boys got the black ones with flowers on them and they just
Didn't like
didn't
this.
like them.
Didn't.
Didn't like them. So they didn't like them. They arrived and they went, ooh. Okay.
Yeah, but they're okay with powder blue,
Powder blue. The
powder
pink
blue and
ones
the powder
they
pink
had,
ones, because Court's got those first.
I would say I'd call it Gallagher blue.
Yeah, so
Oh, right, yeah, because the pink ones, Callum, who does the walking rugby from the community, he's got a pair of the pink ones, so they look like Germaline pink.
They do, and they've got little gold. Hutch was very keen to show me little gold bits.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
got gold bits, but yeah.
Anyway, so they're out. They're coming on the pod, I hear.
They want to come on the
They've
pod.
invited themselves.
Nice.
We will make
Grassroots
it.
rugby.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
will make
Hey,
it happen for
Yes,
them.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Walking rugby. How's the shape of your D?
Walking rugby. Well, we had ITV came to film us last night.
How did that go? I set that one up.
Very good.
Yeah, the family arrived and yes, interviewed about 4 people and took films of people walking and playing rugby.
Amazing.
It worked pretty well. So that should be on ITV News probably next Wednesday, I think. So
Excellent. Wow.
It's all
And the
good.
shape of your D was looking good. Have you gone more northern? Deeper voice,
deeper-
which was the coach from Lee Radford.
yeah, this is the advice. I have to be deeper voiced, more northern and louder, which is
Sounds like Radders.
quite an achievement. Louder,
Louder.
Now we were all a bit baffled by
Yeah, but
it.
he'd not heard me. To be fair, he'd only just heard me like talking like a proper person.
I mean, you heard the coach, didn't you? You were in the village when he was offering that advice.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, get yourself a whistle if you want to emulate Radders at training.
Lime green
Yeah.
whistle.
And some more Macron kit.
Yeah, lots of macron. He loves his macron.
Well, no.
Is it the training in Yorkshire or something?
Don't know what it is, but the man has more Macron than anyone ever.
Wow.
The whole of Paris put together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Intriguing. But yes, so walking rugby, it was good, and always looking for new people to come down, have a laugh, but have a look on ITV News on Wednesday and you will see
Excellent.
a bit of an interview. And
Excellent. So we need to wish the Loughborough women good luck up in
In Sale, yeah.
the recently sold Salford Community Stadium.
Oh, is it? We were trying to work out actually where they were playing because of the name of the stadium.
Oh no, because is it Alpac or whatever?
Oh, they're around the corner.
Isn't that at
Haywood Road.
Haywood Road?
They're at Haywood Road. Oh, the place I've always wanted to take photos. So it's got a tree in goal area.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really not that great of a ground.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, it's the tree. So it's like, I always wanted to take photos in Treviso because of the hedge. Likewise, I always wanted to take photographs of the RDS because of the hedge. You don't get trees and hedges in most sports grounds.
no, you don't.
Yes.
The hedge at Treviso's.
Well, yes, particularly as they store. That's where everybody puts their Prosecco bottles.
I just love
Get on
it.
board with that.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh, yeah, it's
Treviso.
Treviso's a wonderful
It's
ground.
the best,
Yeah.
the best away fixture.
Yes, and the worst journey. But anyway, or the funniest journey on a bus.
Maybe at some point.
Very cosy on a
Just getting
bus.
on this trip. They were the one that got drawn out just before our pool.
Really?
Wasn't they? Yeah.
Okay.
We were close.
Yeah.
Because we were all going, yes, small Treviso. Ooh.
Yes.
And then when they drew them out, it was like, oh, is there a reason they can't go in that pool? Oh, no.
It's so dispiriting. So we're watching it. What we were down to was going to be Castor or somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's Dad.
All right.
That's a good one.
Oh, Stab,
No,
I'm
we're
really
happy
happy.
with Stab. We're happy because we were twinned with Castor at one point. It seemed
Yeah, we were.
that we went
Yeah.
to Castor,
Well,
and then we
Castor and then
Claremont.
Yeah, it's now Munster.
Munster, yeah.
Munster, yeah.
We went through a phase in Munster before, actually. We played them something like 6 times. In
Yeah.
that 2000, oh God, I'm going to show my age now. 2008,
Yeah.
11, 12. We must have played them
We just
6 or 8 times. I was just like, oh look, we're in Towcester. Oh yeah, and we kept going to Milton Keynes to try and change it around.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
It was all a bit.
We just kept losing wherever we went, really. Against
It was not so.
Not-
Yeah, we had that one win at home,
Yeah.
which was brilliant, and the
Shane
atmosphere
Garrison, yeah.
was extraordinary. Yeah, one of the loudest. Not the loudest, but one of them.
Yeah, that sort of
So-
set the tone for Friday Night Lights, that one.
It
didn't
did. It set the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely set the standard.
Good.
Sorry I got the wrong ground, but yes.
Well, I did as well, so don't worry.
But anyway, it's
I could be wrong, but I think they're
No, I think
yeah,
it is
no, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. I hope it goes well.
Yes.
Because
Have
it's
fun.
called PWR up or something at the start of their season.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Bedford, of course, are at home to Saracens.
Tonight.
Saracens have gone very strong.
They have.
Yeah.
There's a few internationals.
Yeah. Getting them back in the flow.
Yeah, well, the Slope will have them, don't worry. Yes, I'm looking forward to watching them roll into the corner, yes. But I think that's going to be, so Liz and I are going to be there.
We will be
Nice.
there,
A
yeah.
few Saints boys in there.
Few Saints boys. We're looking first for the first argument between the girl sides.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
were actually very, very amicable.
They were, yeah.
Yes.
Because Alfie had to stay with Jake while Alfie was here for that.
Oh, right. So, okay.
So they're actually pretty.
Well, Alfie was our Ladies What Pod man of the match for the game against Blackheath,
Yeah.
because he was excellent, really, really good game.
Yeah.
So, well, who knows?
Who knows who it'll be?
Who knows who it'll be, but I'm just looking forward to watching some Saracens roll down the hill.
I'm just looking forward to the chips.
I've noticed you've mentioned those chips quite a few times.
And they good chips.
The food is very
Chips and chili is very good.
Very,
Very, very
So the
good.
only thing I remember about Bedford last season was the torrential rain 2 minutes before.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nowhere to hide there,
No,
right?
no.
No.
And it's a long walk from the changing room to the bench.
Yes,
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It is. It's a grand ground though. It's
Yeah.
really good fun.
Old school.
Old
Yes.
school.
And we'll be there later.
And then we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon.
Yes. We can't wait.
First game.
First
We're back.
We're back
I know.
already.
How?
And suddenly it happened. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the usual old nonsense starts all over
It
again.
does.
Does indeed.
Yes.
A million or one players.
And yeah, and I'm looking forward to the millions of requests. Have you got any photos?
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the photographers of who was wearing number 6. It's probably a back four number 6s. I'm probably not going to be able to help you.
And all of us in the stands going,
Who's that?
who do we think that is?
Yeah, well, there's Lizzie. I'm calling everybody Johnny Vyman.
You are,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Getting a lot of
confusion.
photos, bless him.
Yeah.
Johnny Wheeman.
Yeah.
Wheeman.
Yeah. Wee-man,
Yeah, I
yes.
think Pete will have his work cut out tomorrow. But he'll do
So
his
this
best.
is what I was going to do now, just make sure me and Kev are happy that everyone's got a shirt that fits them in a number that could hopefully swap with someone else that starts.
We have to wear a worn shirt with it.
No, as in like, because we'll make a set of shirts, but
two
ones.
yeah.
So you won't have Manny wearing the same shirt as,
Yes.
so Manny and Tarek should be on the pitch at different times, so they can both wear a number 1.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
And it's the away shirt tomorrow.
It is.
It is the away shirt.
Leinster are in their blue.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
Do we know which team Leinster are bringing? Is it a strong one?
What time of day is it? They may. Oh, I think it's 3 o'clock they're announcing, so not quite yet.
Oh, they're playing it quiet, are they?
Again, they are, I've been told they're bringing 31 players.
31.
We're on 32.
Yeah, but we're at home.
We're not going to pay for the accommodation.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Did you see that Bath have been on their trip? They've gone on a foreign trip.
Yeah, a few teams have done
Well, but have you seen the weather?
that. No.
Where have they gone?
Somewhere in France, Spain, I believe.
Because it's been awful weather, I think.
They were
Northern
trying
Spain.
to play
Absolutely.
paddleball in the pouring rain,
Oh,
trying to make it look like they were having a good time.
Oh dear, what a shame.
No.
Hopefully they all get hypothermia, it's not very well.
just a lot of bad
little
colds.
Yeah, feeling under the weather.
Take a week to emerge and then pass round the whole
Yeah.
school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to Bath. I think I say this there. I am not paying that money to not be able to see properly.
You're not the first person to say that to me.
No, it'd be crazy. I went at the end of last season because it was the last game of the season, but I'm just thinking, no, you're taking the proverbial. And when we worked out doing the sums for 2 of us going, stay at the weekend in Bath. Well, that's a week for one of us in Greece. We didn't decide which one was going to go to Greece, so we're going to Cornwall.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I was trying to find a hotel for 45 people to stay in Bath.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the most expensive away trip.
It's the most amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially coming.
Between that and Paris this year, Paris
Yeah.
is an
Especially coming at this point in the season
Yes.
as well, when
Right,
you
people still doing weekends.
Yeah.
Because obviously we don't play till 7:45. You don't want the boys out of their rooms at 11 o'clock.
Yes, you've got both.
So you've got to pay most of the Friday night room rental as well for them to leave at 5 o'clock.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But again, there aren't many places in Bath that
No.
can host them. The
No.
most we're staying on Thursday nights and staying till
Hmm.
5 o'clock on that
Wow.
Friday evening.
Well, I'll be in was it Travelodge, Premier Inn, one of them. So I don't need parking, I'm pleased to hear. I'm going to walk from the hotel.
Travelodge, isn't it? The one down by there.
Yeah. So I can walk along
Yeah.
and not fall in the river.
Nice.
But yes.
We'll probably end up
Walking over the bridge.
walking over the bridge again.
Yeah.
It's quite nice for the boys to walk through the city and
It's a lovely city. It's just a strange experience at the ground. Yeah.
Yes, it is very strange.
In fact, that was one of the weird ones.
smallest changing rooms in there.
I was going to say that's the changing room I haven't been in yet.
It's smaller than this room we're in now.
Pretty much.
So I hear.
Good grief.
Yeah, I stay outside of the changing room at half time and just shout my timings in because it's stupidly sweaty and hot with 23 plus coaches plus whatever else. There's not enough room to move, so yeah.
Wow. Glasgow was quite small as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was relatively small.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few
Unlike
small
the
ones.
palatial away dressing room here. Let's with the wall. With the useless wall.
There are Tyler's isn't big,
No.
Quinn's isn't big, Newcastle's not. There's a lot of small away dressing rooms.
Saracens is quite big now, isn't it?
Saracens is
is
alright.
alright, yeah.
Bristol I think is the best.
But the football grounds, because in definitely in the Premier League, but in a lot of the other leagues as well, you have to give the away team the same facilities you give the home team. So if you've got a lovely looking home dressing room, you've also got a lovely looking away. So yeah, that's why we like going to the football stadiums.
There's some of the ones, I mean, ours here as well, does it? It looks like, the school changing rooms, doesn't it?
You
And
could,
that's part of the fun.
Kev could bore you about stories of what goes on in away changing rooms, I think.
Yes, there's one
All the
very famous story in
games and
London.
things.
Yes, I was shown that wall where a certain Argentinian lot punched it, not realising it was just plasterboard. Put his hand through it.
I've been in our changing rooms. The stud wall has seen a few holes in its time.
Well,
I had to reinforce it a couple of years ago because people were just all the
yeah.
I mean, having been here as an away team, it's a pain in the backside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, having been here as an away team,
I'm
it's a
pretty
pain
sure
in
we
the
have
backside.
to take it down for the Women's World Cup. I think it has to
So whether it will go back up or not, I don't know. They will put it back up.
Okay, it comes back.
I have a feeling that's part of the
Because they've got to reinstate as was, yeah.
They want it down, we want it up. So.
Intriguing.
Amazing. Well, thank you, ladies. This has been a blast.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And, episode 37
in the back.
done. Very good.